Hey Soulsticers, and welcome back to Soulstice on Stage, presentations, TV segments, and blog readings. Today we are delving into the solstice of my life. And this is just about me. So sit back, relax, and let's get this reading started. For most of my life, I thought I was fine. Actually, more than fine. I was thriving. I had a good job, a busy social life, a constant stream of projects and adventures that kept me moving. On the surface, I was the woman who had it together. But underneath, I was restless. I'd have moments of pure joy, followed by waves of anger or sadness that didn't make sense. I'd get furious at something small, a coworker, a referee on the soccer field, traffic. And then moments later, I'd be laughing again like nothing happened. My mood swung like a pendulum, and I could never quite catch my center. I did not realize it then, but I was living completely out of alignment. My soul had been whispering for years, but I was too busy, too distracted to hear it. The break that broke me open. Then life forced me to stop. I tore my ACL. Again. Soccer wasn't just my favorite hobby, it was my identity. It was where I felt most alive, free, and myself, and suddenly it was gone. The surgery and recovery were brutal, not just because physically, but emotionally. For the first time in my adult life, I had to sit still. No sports, no rushing, no busy calendar to distract me from the quiet. And in that stillness, I started to feel everything I'd been avoiding. The universe took away the one thing that kept me distracted so I could finally face what needed to be healed. That injury cracked me open. It was painful, but it was also the beginning of something sacred. The leap of faith. A few months later, I did something people thought was crazy. I quit my job. I sold or donated over half my belongings, packed what was left into storage, and hit the road. No plan, no timeline, just intuition and the open road. Everyone called me brave, a free spirit, a wanderer. But the truth? I wasn't searching for adventure. I was searching for myself. From mountain peaks to national parks, I chased meaning. I wanted to understand why I felt so unfulfilled when my life looked so good on paper. And the more I traveled, the more I realized that I didn't need to find the answers in the world. I needed to find them within me. The awakening. Then one day in Key West, I met a woman who changed everything. We started talking at a bar, just two travelers connecting over stories and sunsets. She told me about energy healing, how she had healed her own body through spiritual work and connection. And I remember thinking, could this be real? But something inside me said yes. So when I got home to Houston, I booked a session with a Reiki master here in town. I didn't tell her anything about my body, and yet she described every area of pain I'd been feeling. She cleared energy I didn't even know I was carrying. And when I left her office, I felt light and clear and joyful. And it was the first time in years that I felt truly wholeheartedly at peace. I loved my session with her so much, I suggested my mom go for one. My mom, who had lived with chronic back spasms for 8 years, had visited every type of doctor you could think of, tried cryo, massage, acupuncture, poop doctors. And after one Reiki session, her pain disappeared. No more spasms. It took her a month to tell me this fact, but when she did, I became a firm believer in energy healing. And then later, I hiked a vortex in Sedona. I can't explain what happened there, except that the next day I felt electric, grounded, alive, and overflowing with love. I had never felt so connected to the earth, to spirit, and to myself. And I knew then, this was the kind of energy I wanted to live in. This was what I wanted to share with the world. The alignment. That clarity led me to become a Reiki practitioner, then eventually to the Shamanic Academy, where I spent a year studying guided energy medicine. We practiced hands-on healing. We learned to connect with divine consciousness, to read energy, to ground and protect our own. During our intensive retreat, I felt my consciousness rise to levels I didn't know were possible, as if I could see life from above, full of love and truth. And I realized that everything is energy. And when I began applying that understanding to my organizing work, everything clicked again. I noticed how clients transformed as their spaces cleared. They laughed more, they stood taller, they felt lighter. And so I realized clutter wasn't just physical, it was emotional, mental, and spiritual. And when we release what no longer serves us, we invite flow, peace, and clarity back into our lives. The evolution. Before I learned energy medicine, I used to come home from long organizing sessions completely depleted. I'd give everything I had, but by the end of the day, I was empty. No energy left to cook, to shower, or even think. But through the energy work, I learned how to ground myself, protect my energy, and stay clear. I learned that I did not have to absorb other people's emotions or take on the energy of a house. I could simply help them release what no longer served their highest and their best. Now I see how naturally the two worlds, energy and organizing, belong together. Removing physical clutter automatically clears energetic clutter. A peaceful home feels different because it is different. A medium once told me that I naturally clear energy as I work, and that felt like confirmation of what my soul already knew. And so, the solstice. All of this, the pain, the travels, the awakenings, led me here to solstice living. Solstice living is my life's work, a bridge between home and soul, between order and energy, between the human and the divine. It's not just about creating tidy homes. It's about helping people return to themselves, to the peace, joy, and light that's already inside them. Because healing isn't something that happens to us. It happens within us. When I walk into a cluttered space now, I don't see mess. I see potential. I see energy wanting to move. I see a person ready to remember who they are. And so the message. I can't heal you, but I can guide you. I can help you see the patterns, the spaces, the stories that are ready to be released. I can teach you to clear your energy, protect your peace, and reconnect with your truth. Because when you align your space, you align your soul, and everything changes. So if your soul is whispering for change, listen. The time is now to find your own alignment. Wherever the journey takes you, whether internally or externally, I hope you find what your soul is seeking as you elevate your energy and heal your mind, body, soul, and your home. Thank you so much. Blessings. I hope this little sneak peek into my journey of how I came onto the energy home organizing field intrigued you enough to pursue your own dreams and take what resonates with you, what you feel guided to then pursue, and go that route. I'm a firm believer in listening to our own intuition and guidance. And so I wish for you to have clarity to find exactly what it is your soul's craving. So I leave you blessings to you. Blessings, blessings. Solstice on stage. Peace. Signing off. Thank you so much. Bye.
Soulstice on stage.